And welcome everyone, thank you very much for joining me today on my latest episode. We'll get straight into the latest news concerning Liverpool. Liverpool could face huge Champions League rule change if they reach the quarter-finals of the Champions League. It's coming from the Echo today. UEFA are very much looking into the possibility of introducing VAR, the most controversial new technology. We've seen it at the World Cup. There was a lot of good, a lot of bad. And everyone, let me know your thoughts on VAR in the comment section below, and we'll show those comments in the next video. But it's very interesting, and we've seen last season a lot of incidents that could have been covered by VAR and helped Liverpool. And obviously we had the City goal that was ruled out wrongly when we played them. For Manchester City, they scored a clear goal anyway, but no, that was good for us. But like, there's been situations last season that have helped Liverpool and gone against Liverpool in the Champions League and in the Premier League, most importantly. But it's interesting. I just thought I'd bring this news to you. I want to know your thoughts. Would you be happy to see UEFA introduce VAR into the quarter-final stages of the Champions League in this coming season? And we'll talk about as well Virgil van Dijk and Joe Gomez and the importance and the competition which is hopefully going to be getting created by the English internationals form playing centre-back. Joe Gomez is a player that most Liverpool fans, every single one of us, want to see succeed at this football club. And the form in which he showed at Crystal Palace, like he did at West Ham on the opening day of the season, everyone, it's so refreshing and it's exciting to see how young that back line is for Liverpool. You've got Trent, so young, under 20 years old. Andy Robbo, 24, 25 years old. Virgil van Dijk, 27. Gomez, I think he's 19 as well. And Alisson, 25. It's a back line. I think on the average age is around about 22 to 23 years old. That's amazing going into the long run of Liverpool Football Club. Because if we have those five fully fit and at Liverpool Football Club for a very long time, and the form in which they have been shown over the last 12 months, that's going to be boss for us, and it's going to be even more great to see their development as a team, but most importantly, as a defensive unit. And going in the long run, if Liverpool have got any aspirations of winning league titles, it's where your defence is key in winning these titles for Champions League, FA Cups, and a whole host of other trophies at the end of the season. But everyone, the form in which Virgil van Dijk has showed since coming into the football club, it's so refreshing. £75 million sounds very cheap in today's market now, because everyone else outside of Liverpool was like, oh, Liverpool paying 70-odd million for Virgil van Dijk, the most expensive centre-back in the world football at that current stage. And frankly, from all of us, we're made up Liverpool spent that money, because it seems cheap now for what he's doing, and you see him commanding Liverpool and commanding the whole team and giving the whole defence, especially as we just talked about then, the boost it needs, and you can see his passion and Carragher and a lot of ex-Liverpool players have come out in the coming weeks and said that they're amazed by how much of an impact he's had. And I think Carragher said last week on Sky, he talked about if he gets a couple more trophies, and he'll show his importance to Liverpool Football Club, and he'll very much go down as a legend so early on if he can continue, if he can start winning trophies. But how he highlighted the impact in which he's had on the football club, Virgil van Dijk, that being the main key. And we've seen it. How you won't see a more better defensive performance by a centre back in the league, and we're only than he did have against Crystal Palace. Dominant in the air, dominant on the ground, dominant every single tackle and challenge he went in. But that confidence and quality which he's shown to the rest of the Premier League and to us as fans, like it's moving on to Joe Gomez, and he's only a young lad, Joe Gomez, isn't he? And it's going to even more benefit him. And we've seen it, how much Virgil van Dijk playing alongside Lovren has helped his game as well. Lovren got better. It was by no coincidence. Lovren in the past, he did have his doubters, and still he's occasional to that odd mistake. But playing alongside Virgil van Dijk last season and the run-up to the Champions League. And when he went onto the international stage, Dejan Lovren, it helped him. It helped him playing alongside Virgil van Dijk. So, but Virgil, well played, lad, because the majority of us, and every single one of us, is made up that you come to Liverpool Football Club. But the form in which those two lads are playing, and the confidence and the form, and Alisson, if you go back a couple of videos anyway, we talked about how refreshing the communication between Alisson and Virgil van Dijk is. You need so much communication in those defensive areas, but most importantly with your two centre backs and your goalkeeper, when you're defending set pieces, and the majority of when the opposition is attacking the box. But everyone, let me know your thoughts on. It wasn't going to be a long episode today, everyone, but I just wanted to gauge your thoughts on the amazing form that those two lads are doing, and obviously the VAR moves that UEFA are hoping to implement to the quarter-finals in the Champions League. Do you think it'd be very beneficial to Liverpool, and how will that impact the rest of the European football in this season? But everyone, if you're new around here, make sure you hit that subscribe button. But the absolute legends, have a quality rest of your Wednesday. Got my podcast coming out later on today as well, so stay tuned for that. But everyone, you'll never walk alone, and I'll see you in another video, everyone. Ta-ra.